Tell me price.
Autotune isn't dead, even if Jay-Z thinks it should be. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 artists who heavily use autotune.
Smoke us a cigarette, then go back to sleep.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at musical artists who have used the modification software known as autotune, as well as other similar synthesizer and effects producing techniques and devices in their music. Number 10, Cher. She's gone from rock ballads to an earwormy dance track.
No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside and I can't break through.
Cher's 1998 comeback song Believe was one of the earliest commercial uses of autotune. Injecting the effect into pop consciousness, the tune paved the way for other pop artists to experiment with their craft. Believe's success became so notable that this type of vocal processing was dubbed the Cher effect.
Do you believe in life after love?
Her producer Mark Taylor was looking for an unusual sound that wouldn't fall into the conventions of a typical dance record, and this was far from typical. After Believe became the US's biggest selling single in 1999, Cher would use autotune on later albums, like 2001's Living Proof and 2013's Closer to the Truth.
I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love?
Number 9, will.i.am. Although he's admitted he has lousy singing abilities, will.i.am says he really uses autotune for its efficiency so he doesn't have to wait on a singer. That said, don't most of his songs have a featured artist?
You are now rocking with will.i.am and
Britney, bitch.
Anyway, will.i.am is still mostly known for his distinct futuristic robotic sound on the dance pop tracks he created with the Black Eyed Peas.
Fill up my cup, drink, mazel tov, look at her dance, move it, just take it.
That's not to say his solo stuff doesn't use the technique. Take for instance will.i.am's 2012 track Reach for the Stars, which became the first song played on Mars.
I ain't lying, I'm as serious as cancer. It's a mega smasher, I'm a ghetto blaster.
Guess the sky isn't actually the limit when it comes to the perfect home for special effects.
Reach for the stars. Let me see your hands up.
Number 8, Bon Iver. Bon Iver, otherwise known as Justin Vernon, is known for using vocal synthesizers to convey deep emotion, and he's been using it for a while. The track Woods from his 2009 Blood Bank EP used autotune to help the singer reach higher notes, as well as grab the attention of future collaborating partner Kanye West.
I'm lost in the world, but now
Then there's his strange and experimental 2016 album, 22 A Million, which sounds like it's layered with autotune, but technically isn't.
turn around, now you're my 18.
While songs like 715 Creeks and 666 Upside Down Cross are quite reminiscent of some of his earlier work, Vernon actually had the audio effects, samples, and more created with a Teenage Engineering OP1 synthesizer and specially designed Prismizer software. Number 7, Travis Scott. There's no shortage of rapper Travis Scott-inspired vocal tutorials on the internet. His fans love the autotune effect and his willingness to experiment with it. Thanks to his experienced engineering team, Scott's autotune sound is described as more polished than other rappers. Scott rose to fame with his vocally synthesized 2015 single, Antidote.
Don't you open up that window. Don't you let out the antidote.
That said, it's not the first time he uses autotune. The rapper first started out as a producer, so he was quite familiar with the technology. Once he started his rapping career, Scott used the effect on early mixtapes like Al Pharaoh and Days Before Rodeo.
3D money, no illusion. Pinning if I'm feeling bougie, might hit your line, bitch.
And he's continued to use it on newer commercial tracks like 90210 and Butterfly Effect.
Deep off in the vein, in the nips, sweet like candy cane.
Alicia is down.
Number 6, Kesha.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up.
it's no surprise to find Kesha on this list, with some considering her the pop queen of autotune. Kesha laid the foundation for her unique vocal sound when she appeared on American rapper Flo Rida's 2009 single, Right Round. And after that, it's hard to get auto-tuned Kesha out of your head. Her songs are catchy as hell and easy to party to, but her seeming obsession with pitch correction has received mixed reviews, with her electropop dance albums Animal and Warrior relying heavily on auto-tuned vocals and melodies.
Tonight we're going hard, 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 just like the world is art, art.
It's come to the point where many listeners have questioned her vocal abilities. Take It Off was described by one music critic as Kesha's voice getting lost in a sea of auto-tune.
Now we so smash, knocking over trash cans, everybody breaking bottles, it's a filthy hotness.
And we ain't never going back to where we.
Number 5, Future.
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth.
Future seems to live up to his name. His gritty auto-tuned vocals attach a futuristic rap element to many of his songs, while the rapper himself says the vocal effects add an appealing aesthetic. Emerging out of the rich hip-hop landscape of Atlanta in the 2010s, Future has been experimenting with different auto-tune sounds for years. The rapper uses the technology to add more emotion to his singing and rapping style.
We gon' rock the game. Again, they game, we game.
His more commercial tracks like Mask Off and Use Me are good illustrations of his willingness to sound different from auto-tuned mainstream rappers.
Use me to make me better.
Number 4, Daft Punk. No, Stephen Hawking didn't make a song, nor have you warped into an alternate universe. But if you want the right background music to emulate that feeling, then you should tread into this French duo's forte. Guy-Manuel de Habem-Christo and Thomas Bangalter put down their autotune roots with their 1997 single, Around the World. Their fusion of French house and disco music, iconic robot helmets, and experiments in distorting sound have since made them a pop sensation. They also continue to use the technique on tracks like One More Time and Instant Crush, proving that the technology has become an important success tool in this duo's toolbox. Number 3, Lil Wayne. Rapper Lil Wayne wasn't shy to jump on the auto-tune bandwagon, and why not? It led to one of his biggest singles and his only #1 record as the main artist to date, the 2000 hit Lollipop. Ever since its parent album, The Carter 3, Wayne hasn't parted from the auto-tune sound.
I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries.
It could be heard on later popular albums like 2009's Rebirth and 2011's The Carter 4. While some think Dwayne Carter Jr.'s croaky and distorted use of tech is what earned him the nickname Wheezy, not everyone is a fan of his voice. Although he sounds hoarse in upbeat songs, Wayne uses autotune to add emotion for meaningful and mellower songs like How to Love. Number 2, Kanye West.
How could you be so heartless?
It wasn't until his 2008 album, 808s and Heartbreak, that rapper and producer Kanye West started heavily experimenting with autotune.
God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down.
Before that, the melody of his 2004 single Jesus Walks had been audio processed with gospel sounds, and his 2007 single Stronger used synthesized background vocals from a Daft Punk tune to illustrate a futuristic world.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger.
For his 4th studio album, however, he was inspired by Cher, as well as Bon Iver's aforementioned track Woods, to color his own voice with the technology to help him with his singing abilities. He was going through a time of pain that required him to hit higher notes, which was possible with an audio processor. This led to hit songs like Love Lockdown and Heartless.
So keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
What's the price? Prices going up. Woo!
Starships were meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky.
Everybody knows my name. They say it way out loud. And man, I think that we hit it on something.
Number 1, T-Pain.
Like the bartender. Ooh, if you're looking for me, I'll let the bar with her.
Dubbed Dubbed the king of autotune, R&B singer and rapper T-Pain inspired many pop artists to meddle with vocal synthesizers. He reintroduced autotune as a vocal effect in pop music with his 2005 debut Rappa Turned Sanga, with songs like I'm Sprung and Studio Love using the technology as an instrument. But it wasn't until dance tracks like Buy You a Drink and Bartender till it became clear that autotune was the artist's signature effect. His mastery of the craft has allowed him to work with and poke fun at rappers like Kanye West and Future.
Let's talk money, I talk that, quote juice bombs, Oakley shades, shawty got class, OBA.
Best of all though, is that T-Pain doesn't just use autotune as a crutch, because clearly, the man can really sing.
And I'ma take you home with me, yeah. Shawty, what you think about that? I'll be in the gray Cadillac and bed like ooh.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.